watching YouTube with Genuous Me. That's basically what this is. You mean we scroll until we find a good video to watch, or like what the
I'm
hell is
6 feet
this?
tall, 202 pounds.
And is absolutely jacked in Magazine Dreams, starring alongside the legendary Mike O'Hearn.
I ate 6,100 calories a day.
And those calories came straight off the Hollywood menu.
Lots of chicken, lots of elk, and you get to eat carbs. Not bad carbs, but rice. Rice cakes are dessert for me.
If he wasn't eating, he was in the gym.
I would train 2 times a day for the movie. And the third time, usually after rap, I'm 6 feet tall.
Golly. I want bigger arms, bro. Like before I have a kid, bro, my arms, I'm gonna be busting out of my shirts, bro. Guarantee you that. Because I'm 25 now, and if we get bone loss by the age of 30 to 40, bro, I'm maxing out my. Hey, I don't give a fuck. I'm maxing out my potential, bro. F that, cause it's people that be starting. You don't want to do something like that too late and not even know. And then with the deficiencies and all that stuff, you probably losing way more strength. You know you could be deficient in vitamin D, and like it's bigger than that, cause now by you being deficient in vitamin D, you it's not just you're deficient in vitamin D, you're depressed and all that stuff. No, it's affecting you long term. Like depression affects you long term. Like a lot of the things that our body go through affects us long term. But yeah, just want to speak like that. All right, Vince State was in the Negro Santana. I don't know what the fuck. Out of bro. Tupac interview. We have 47, man. I'm not about to watch this whole thing, bro.
That's the whole point, surprising them, showing that we can show and prove young black male can accomplish anything. That's what I want to do.
That motherfucker took his destiny in his own hands.
Ambition. Juice means power and respect. You gotta be ambitious. To me, it's scary.
Now to look at it, Tupac.
How Juice is like a Shakespearean tragedy. I didn't have a script for Juice, ever.
Tupac do give off a little zest. But you mean it's not his fault. You know, it's how he was raised. Everybody was different though. He was just different for his time. We don't know what he did with Diddy or if he was gay or not. I'm not. This ain't the video to tell you that Tupac was gay. I'm just saying the nose ring and
through the whole film, I didn't have a script. I read different. Cold turkey, walked in there, picked up the sides, and just read. And I got that part. That was God. You know what I'm saying? And that's God that's gonna take me all the way there. When I was in the School for the Arts in Baltimore, all they told me was there's no work for black actors. They was like, you know, get another job. There's no work for black actors. So at the same time, I'm trying to rap, you know, seeing how rapping was starting to take off. Then I moved to California, and I had, you know, a chance to be down with Digital Underground. I seized that time, seized that chance, and did it. And, you know, when I was doing that, nobody asked me if I could act. Nobody said, can you act? You know, I was just hanging around at the right times, you know, and I was in there.
So he was acting. So, all right, he felt like he couldn't get any acting roles because that's what he was told, but he was good at acting. He still had went to acting school, so he was able to act as if he was an artist or a rapper. And back then, like NWA was kind of was fake. Like they paired a bunch of people up, and they had like one. I think Eazy was really in the streets, but Ice Cube and all that, they wasn't living like that.
And while they was doing the auditions, I asked to read for the part, read for the part, just because I happen to have skills. Hopefully I did. I got the part, so. But it's the work. They got to start giving more young black males chances, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what this was.
You gotta get the ground beneath your feet, partner. Get the wind behind your back and go out in the blaze if you got to. Otherwise, you ain't You might as well be dead your damn self.
The film is talking about very real problems that happen in today. Whether we talk about them or not, whether we have a film about them or not, they're gonna happen. And whether the movie is a black film or a Latino film or Filipino film, there's gonna be violence at the theater, if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? But it's not Ernest Dickerson's juice that makes people go and fight. And that's what's so stupid. And it doesn't take a 20-year-old young black man to tell the whole world to get off this violence at the theater thing. Then that's what I'm gonna have to do. It's a double standard because every movie that's out.
Their jeans look way older, like during his time. Like well, I'm 25. I probably look around my 20s now. But if I shave my face, I look young as fuck. I look young. His face
Today there's a gun and nobody notices
older.
that except
like he looks
when
older than me right now. And I got facial hair. I feel like he looks older than me.
Happens with a black film. Nobody notices the red or the blue in the poster unless it's a black film, you know? And that's what really ails me about today's society. Is it really that deep that we can't release a film without this violence in the movie thing? I mean, that's real stupid. And that's how I look at it.
Yo, be careful with that, man. It's loaded.
When you use your brain, it doesn't always have to come to a violent end. But sometimes it does, and that's all that I'm saying. That is a choice. They never show you that, okay, the cop's beating on you. You have a choice. Violence to defend yourself, turn the other cheek, or wait for the news cameras to come and talk about it. Like Rodney King. It's happened to me. The police beat me up in the middle of the street for no reason, just simply because I cursed at them, because they were harassing me and I cursed at them, and then they beat me up. Now, in reality, I couldn't shoot them like in my rhymes. I would say, you know what I'm saying, pow, pow, you know what I'm saying? It was a shootout, but I couldn't do that in reality. But in my rhymes, it vents that anger because I can, fire back at the police and won't go to jail for.
So now, so he basically just admitted that he capped or he just spoke how he felt in a way. But you gotta understand, as consumers and as fans as him, people were thinking like, this is really Tupac. Like you got like back then, and even how music translates, people are thinking that what you say, that's what you are. And that's why when I make music, a lot of the times I'm not just making music to make music. A lot of that stuff is how I think. That's how I think. I'm not just saying this to be cool. That's how I think, that's how I act, is what I've done.
Life. And my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. So if only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
Doesn't matter what happened. If y'all want us to be guilty, we'll be guilty.
Do you think that as an artist you have social responsibility?
It depends on who you're writing your music for. They were doing their music for black people or for people who want to come to a better understanding.
Tupac, he's still different. Damn, there's nobody even talking to like if he's 20 in this, there's nobody even talking like how he's talking right now in 2025. And this was way back then, so I could imagine his peers are just like, and this is Tupac was really aware, knowledgeable.
Know how things really are, then they did a good job. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see the true picture.
Really,
you know what I'm saying? I don't care if he feels uncomfortable. Because what about when
I just don't like how people can appear like the image that they portray is bigger than the actual reality.
I felt uncomfortable for 400 years. Then now all of a sudden it's bad to talk about some real. Anytime somebody pulls a trigger or there's any kind of gunshot, everybody starts running for cover. But everybody's really doing all this shooting in the streets. You know what I'm saying? All this Iran-Contra stuff and that war, all that's violence to me. That's real violence. What we're talking about is fake violence. All this, what we're rapping, it happens in the streets, but us rapping about it is not the violence. And the movie about it is not the violence. You know what I'm saying? It's an adventure world that we are creating. What we're doing is using our brain.
So he's capping. And then during his time when they came up, they ran with images because they were. If you had somebody behind you being able to pump you in front of people, they believed that you was everything that you said. So he's actually like feeding into my belief about the character. I feel like he was a character and he played his character very well, even when he was a rapper. Like he knew to give him circumstances of a rapper, and he just lived it out. He did everything. He's like a, what is it? Not a shapeshifter, but some sort. But intelligent
All
people,
over your life, the new.
intelligent people know how to switch or change into whoever they need to be at the time that they need to be it. So that's a survival technique.
You do. How you figure that? I'm letting you breathe, ain't I?
Now it's your responsibility to be a role model. Do you
Right,
feel
and
that?
that's why I'm doing it, yes. But it's my responsibility to be a true role model and show the world my faults as well as my good points, so that no one can ever use my faults against me like they do every black man. As soon as you make it, they start, bring something to make you down. And I know what my faults are, and I let everybody know them. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me that wasn't just.
I only want karma. I only want what's mine, what's meant for me to have. I'm happy with what I've done thus far. I could leave now and be totally happy. I'm on film for life. And I could have the ability to put a memory into somebody's head, to a child's head, like Cooley High did for me. You know what I'm saying? I can affect somebody. That's what I wanted. Now, if I get more, then I'm blessed. But if I get less, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? They can't take anything from me. I don't.
Hey, he's right. He's right about that. I would love to be able to. I never really thought about that, like being able to live after I die. I, but I know when I impact people the way that I want to impact them, that it's gonna be that way. I would love to be in a film and all that stuff too. Like I never took acting classes and all that stuff, but I was in theater and I loved it. I always did great. I wasn't a theater kid though. Like, but I had I had theater class. Like the theater kids are the kids who do the stuff with the school and all that stuff, and they're actively in theater. I just took it as a class, and I love acting. I love comedy and shit. But a movie is, I could like, well, a movie that does well as big as this movie, because I watched that movie. I watched it this year. I watched it this year or last year. Juice. And oh no, I didn't watch the movie. I watched a YouTube video describing the psychology behind him, like what made him his character and stuff.
Want for me. I want for my people. I want for young black males. I want to start a youth movement again. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that when I keep saying young black males, it's not like we're anti-white. But everybody has to agree that that's who need it right now, is young black males. They're in need. And I want to help young people in general, but you can't front. Young black males in a state of emergency. Young white males are not endangered species right now. And if they were, then I'd be trying to help them. But they're not. Young black males are. So that's who we need help with. There's nowhere for me to go up. It's just straight. I gotta go up and explode. I gotta blow up. I have to. Because I got so much to share. I got so much to give to my
That's what I'm
people. You know what I'm saying? We got so much.
That's how I feel. I feel like when I get to where I want to be, I'm gonna be talking about mental health. Like I really want to help people. Like it's bigger than me. It's way bigger than me. It always was bigger than me. Even when I was a teenager and I was famous, I was impacting people then, and I wasn't even. I was just helping them, being funny, telling some jokes and stuff. But I was DMing them and talking to them and FaceTiming and stuff and giving them encouragement and all that kind of stuff. So I always was this kind of person. And Tupac, he was a revolutionary. He was somebody who wanted to change and he knew what was needed for the time being. And he was selfless. Because in order for you to want to change and help something, because he even said if the white people were in danger, he would make them his priorities. So it's like that's hey.
We got a lot of talent. I'm drawing upon them, using them as power. I'm using the spirit of Huey Newton, the spirit of Malcolm X. I'm using all that, Fred Hampton, all that to get to where we're going. I think we could do it because I feel it. I feel it in my heart, and I know because God gave me juice.
Wow, that's Tupac for you, man. Tupac. Okay. Let me see.
I promise that every time you see Tupac, you see a real human being. You will see my ups and my downs. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that could cheer me, they got to learn how to say, you know, you got to fix that, or to criticize me, because I mean, I'm a 20-year-old young black male. I was raised in this society.
Yeah, like he look old as fuck. Like 20-year-olds now look young as fuck, bro. Like my 20-year-olds. It might be changing now, but my 20-year-olds, bro, we look young as fuck, bro.
So there's no way you can expect me to be a perfect person because I was raised in, you know, Hell. So, I mean, it's a wonder I'm not crazy, you know, that I can still have an interview and do songs and do videos. So I don't even want nobody to sweat me for that. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. That's how I feel. I'm going to do whatever I like. See? This is one of those old time mics, you understand what I'm saying? So it's like we going back in time, if you understand what I'm saying. It's like, you know what I'm saying, like Back to the Future, that type of thing.
Good dog. Garrett, I keep
Tupac.
I like Tupac.
Okay.
Bro.
Well, why don't we start with what we're doing today?
I never watched his interviews. You know, you see little reels, little clips here and there. It's like, yeah, Tupac is Tupac. We know that Tupac is Tupac. It's Tupac. Like, what can I say? Like, it's nothing. But for me to sit here and watch these videos right now, and with how my mind is and the stuff that I care about and knowledge I know, and I know that people aren't like this, Tupac was something different.
All right.
Which is?
If my homies call. If my homies call is basically this video we're doing today. It was like a long time coming. I wanted to release this song first, but Trapped it was a purpose for Trapped. There was a purpose for Brenda's Got a Baby, and there was a purpose for If My Homies Call. So what I wanted to do was really let everybody know who I was with Trapped and what I was down for, the young black male. With Brenda's Got a Baby, I want to let everybody to know that while I'm down for the young black male, that also includes the young black sister.
Look, because we have Tupac, right? Somebody can't come and be Tupac. They can't even, you know, XXXTentacion, he was different. His energy, his stature, the way he looked, his appearance was different. Not preaching the same stuff, but the force of wanting people to be better and appearing selfless. Um, you know, that's that stuff that elevate the next generations and generations and generations.
Because she gave us the young black male. So now, what if my homies call? I'm just telling everybody, you know, regardless of this Juice movie and Poetic Justice, and no matter what happens, I'm still the same person that you saw when you first saw me. This is how we're gonna do this. We're gonna
You know, I be having to tell people that too. I forgot what it was, but when I was, what was it, last year, or the year before last, I would come around people I ain't see since I was like younger, and they be like, "Yo, you are still the same person, you know?" And it's like, yeah. Like, I've always been genuine, always, because I don't even know how to be fake. The way I acted was the realest version that I could give for myself. Potentially me, let me see. I don't even count a time where I was fake. Like I don't intentionally try to be fake. And people know when they're being fake. You feel yourself being fake. I haven't felt I don't even like feeling that. I don't even know what it feels like to be fake because I don't really care to even show up as nothing else but me, and that's all I show up as is me.
This dude that's on the stage, this white dude's like one of those snooty, snotty clubs. They won't let us in. We sneak in through the back. The performance, the group. Jump on stage. It's gonna be Gov, you, Spook 'em. Y'all gonna jump on stage and man gonna give you the signal. And you just gonna grab the dude from off the stage. You ain't gonna hurt him, but you just gonna snatch him. Harry Connick ain't got nothing on me. Check it. Oh.
At the time, for him to make that kind of music, it was different. But now, if someone come and try to make some Tupac music right now, it's not gonna hit the same because Tupac, his essence and what he spoke for at the time that he spoke for it, that was it. You know, it can't be remade. Someone got to show up as themselves or be themselves and translate it in another way. But me, I'm really an artist. Like, I'm making songs right now to get seen. But when I stop making songs to get seen and really lock up in that artist bag, people are gonna be mind blown because I'm really creative. And if I get help, do you know how crazy my music will fucking sound? Like, I'm doing all this by myself. Like, I'm the A&R. I am, I'm making sure that I like this before I release it. Ain't nobody, I'm barely even sending it to other people. So it's like, it's genuinely my expression for real. Even if it might sound close to somebody else, it's me. I'm telling you my story. I'm not saying, like fresh and designer. Just like took your bitch, fresh and design, like just lines that are just broad that anybody could relate to. I'm not even trying to be relatable anymore. I'm trying to just tell y'all my story with a voice that can be consumed by an audience, basically. That's a perfect way.
With me, how could I be sure?
Hey, Mike, and time to time,
and I never thought I'd be saying that. I'm making a funky video. I hate dancing. I do. I really do. I don't dance at clubs. Hate it. But it's like homies calls a whole different vibe. It's like you can be my homie. I don't care if you white, black, Mexican, whatever. Obviously. I'm saying I'm down for real OGs.
Right, just right behind you. Until you guys start hyping the crowd up. That's when you guys, do this.
When it comes to the chorus, y'all just get all up here with it.
Yeah.
1, 2, and be like, what's wrong? Why they ain't
Yeah, they tripping off.
Triple off the crowd. They don't stand
here.
Coming in 5 seconds before the rap. Stand by. This is a rehearsal. Now, atmosphere.
They recorded?
This guy has just thrown your big saxophone player off the stage. You never saw anything like this before.
I'm trying to just, really get into my next album, getting that down, this movie. By the time this movie's finished, I'm gonna have to go right into the next album.
What the fuck?
Soundtrack for this movie. By the time
The fuck was
my
that?
next album, getting that down, this movie. By the time this movie's finished, I'm gonna have to go right into the next album.
Really?
Soundtrack for the movie,
Wow.
all that. So it's like, so got my little work cut out for me,
He was a free spirit. And it's not zesty. It's not zesty. That's not what it is. It's unapologetic. Like, he don't care how his hand movement is. He like comfortable in his body and stuff. But we know that's like influenced by loving your mom, or it is more feminine for you to talk with your hands and do all that kind of stuff. But I'm getting a free spirit from him, like something that I've never even described Tupac as.
You could have whisk problems.
But I'm gonna do it.
Camera one, please. Slate ready?
The way I came up, which I'm not even gonna really get into, because I don't want that to be a part of I mean, I want people to research, you know what I'm saying? I put it out there now that you can find out how I came up. I came up unusual, but, and my family had a lot to do with what I represent and the kind of principles that I put into my little system. And my mother had a lot to do with that, her being a single mother, me not having a father, no older brothers, you know. I got my game from the streets. He wanna know, let me ask him. I mean, should he wear his lokes or should he go lokeless?
You're really not.
We should wear. I mean, you know, shoot. Yeah, these make me low key. I mean, come on. This the California. Come on. You know, 1, 2, what we gonna do with this here? What we gonna do with this? What we gonna do? Give it to him. So, man, you got it. There you go. Yeah. What I'm trying to encourage is for people to make a change. I know you don't usually pick the black guy to do this part, but do it this time and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? We already know what's gonna happen if you pick a white dude and let him do that movie. He gonna get paid, he gonna get large, and he gonna stay large. Like, you know what I'm saying? But what happens if you pick the little poor black kid? You know, or the poor Mexican kid? You know what I'm saying? Then see what happens. You encourage a whole generation to strive, you know, and to do something. And that's what I want people to do, you know what I'm saying? Look, I swear, I mean, all praise to John Singleton and Shock G, because if it wasn't, and Ernest Dickinson, if it wasn't for those 3 people, I'd be stuck. And you'll see me on this camera, but in a whole different light. It'll be something with me walking by going like this. You know what I'm saying? You would be surprised to how far we are. There's some white people who really are there. I mean, we have made a lot of progress. And just because it's not in the news don't mean, I mean, imagine if you guys saw what happened to Rodney King just that one time. And you saw how it affected you. Imagine if we see that every single every single day. For 20 years. That and worse and more. You know what I'm saying? Just all them kind of injustices to make you crazy and make you different. You know what I'm saying?
Him just speaking on this is crazy because he has a lot of passion about it, and it seems like he really was disturbed and distraught.
If you walk different, you talk different, the things you do every day are different, you know what I'm saying? But these are some of the things that never come up, never. With all the
Like, this is his personality for him to be this way. Like, this is him. This ain't him trying to just give preaches and stuff. This was how he thought and what he really wanted to do.
talks that we have, all the dialogue, it never comes up. Everybody, I'm gonna say, roll. Everybody just get up and leave. Don't break no tables, just get up and leave. Do that way, okay? All my folks. When I say, I'm gonna say roll at the last person. Check.
Right that door right there. But don't break no shit. Don't worry about it.
To me, you can't be a revolutionary. And to me, that's what a gangster is. I mean, that's what they trying to be, revolutionary. They just don't know that word, so they say gangsters. Because a gangster really don't have a gun. He got money, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to be revolutionary, you can't be a revolutionary and not love the people. I can't go out there and say it's all about the young black males and not love them, you know? But we got to love our sisters, and we got to be down for each other. That's a priority.
And reset, please.
Living during his time, he was a light.
Take a shot. You gotta spread out. You can't just be on this side.
All right, so just put Bounce, Smoke, and Gus. That's it. And y'all just still pump it up.
Let's go. Here we go again.
The youth are real tired of holding our breath and holding our mouth. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I mean, everybody that said what you can.
I think I was watching a clip one time. Oh no, yeah, I watched it on stream. The psychology, I watched it on stream, and somebody was like, "Yo, that looks like Tupac," and I was like, "It is." He was like, "Oh wow," like, yeah, but they ain't Tupac. Rest in peace, man. Golly, it's your boy. Leave a like, comment something I should react to, subscribe. More watching YouTube with Gene with me coming, man.